Hey everyone, it's me, the Anti-Beauty Queen, and today's video is my May favorites. Honestly, I know I'm like a couple weeks late, maybe a week. I don't even know what day it is. June 5th? June 5th. And the reason why I have no clue what day it is because outside right now, it is bullshit. Honestly, I want like beautiful sunny skies so I can sit out in my backyard with a mojito, but no. It's freezing right now. Like today I'm actually not sweating my nuts off, and that's saying something. But today is my May favorites and I love doing these kind of videos, and this video is actually chock full of really random but fun things. So I thought I would go ahead and show you what I was using in May. So without further ado, here is my video. So I'm not going to do this video in any particular order, but the first thing that I've been obsessed with is for my hair, and that is a new product, and it is the IT Hair Care 12-in-1 Amazing Leave-In Treatment. Now this I actually found at my local Winners. I'd never seen it before, and I am someone who always used that like 10 Miracle or Miracle 10, but that stuff is like really expensive, and this was like $6. So I thought, you know, I'll give it a try. It probably won't even be nearly as good, but holy cannoli. Honestly, I use this every single night, even when I don't wash my hair, and when I don't wash my hair, I just put it in the ends, and it has literally left my hair so silky, so smooth. I know it's hard to tell because I always have my hair in a bun, but when I don't, it is actually manageable, and if you are a thick-haired girl like myself, you know sometimes it's just, there's no point. There's no point in trying to style it, especially in very poor weather conditions like humidity, and we just end up throwing it up in a bun. And the 12 amazing benefits is that it'll leave your hair soft, shiny, and it gives it tons of moisture, makes blow drying easier and fast. I'm not going to read all of them, but basically strengthens hair from breakage and split ends, which is something I was dealing with, and it has UV protection and humidity resistance. The rest you can probably find on its website with all of the benefits that it does offer. And this one apparently is money back guarantee. If you don't like it, you can go on their website, which is freezeithair.com, and then you can get your money back if you didn't find it to work very well. But I did, and I think this is going to be something that I definitely repurchase in the future. So moving on to skincare, the only product that I'm going to be talking about is another one that is new to me, and it is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer Mist. Now this one says it has 12-hour power with electrolytes energizing and hydrating your skin. Honestly, I was kind of like shifty about it. I mean, it was at Walmart. It was like $5, but I am someone who loves face primers. I have so many upstairs, and I actually found this one to be so useful, not for giving me like a hydrated feeling, which I'm sure it does, but honestly, the reason why I love it is because it is so tacky on your face that it makes all of your makeup stick. And I don't know if that would be a benefit if you were to say throw this in your purse and spritz yourself throughout the day, because it might make your face feel sticky, but as a primer, we all know, thank you to Nikki Tutorials, that she uses that like Nivea men's shave balm for that exact same reason, because it's sticky. I've never used that trick, and I wasn't buying this because of that, but it turns out that this actually works exactly how she describes that method. That it's sticky, that it's balmy, and that it makes everything just kind of stick to your face. And if you are looking for something that's cheaper than the Nivea or any of the very high-end primer sprays out there, I suggest going and picking this up and trying it for yourself. So the two makeup products that I'm going to be talking about are all about your face and covering up the blemishes. As you can see, one of my least favorite things in May is the fact that I have been breaking out on my chin. honestly, I've tried everything and it just wants to like stay here. So I have had to use a pretty thick concealer and foundation routine to cover up my pimples. And honestly, the Maybelline Fit Me foundation has been working amazing. And I have normal to oily skin. Dry more so in the winter like everyone else, so really it is quite oily around my T-zone area, and this stuff just is amazing. It's a matte finish and the color payoff is so great. It just sinks into my skin like butter, and it does do exactly what you want it to do. It erases fine lines, it pretty much makes your pimples go away, and I've been actually finding that I haven't had to use a ton of concealer, noticeably under my under eyes, which I usually pack it on like it's crazy. This though, I just use with a beauty blender and it's amazing. And what I love about it is that it stays on all day. I actually find that a lot of my other makeup on my face will kind of go away throughout the day, especially if I'm like rubbing my face or my eyes, but for whatever reason, this stuff just does not smudge, it does not move, it lasts. And if you're interested, I am in 125 Nude Beach. And to set everything, I'm actually using a banana powder from It Cosmetics. No, that doesn't seem right. I am using a really like high-end banana powder to set my under eyes, but for everything else I've been using a drugstore find. It is like holy grail, and honestly this is like OG. Anti-Beauty Queen used this when she was 12 because this was like the only makeup her mama would let her use, and I've gone back to it, and it's the CoverGirl Professional Powder. Now this isn't translucent, it does have a little color to it, but honestly, you pack it where you need the shine to go away, and anything that you have put concealer on, and it makes it stay. It doesn't budge it, it doesn't smear it off, and what I do like is that if I don't need to put actual foundation on, I will use this and only this, and it still makes it so that it appears all my fine lines and wrinkles kind of go away without having to put a ton of product on. Again, if you're interested in the color, I am using 115 Translucent Medium. Now, I can't remember if they had a lot of color range for this particular item. I want to say yes, because CoverGirl's usually okay. Is it you? Okay. I know I have a hard time finding a good match for my skin tone, but I do want to say that CoverGirl actually was stepping up with their color range for this powder. Again, though, it doesn't give off a lot of pigment, so it is okay to use as just a setting powder, but I love it either way. Alrighty, so let's move on to things that are like nothing to do with beauty and hair and makeup, and let's get to some stuff that's actually really fun to talk about. So the first thing I want to talk about is something that is so off, because I've never really talked about this kind of thing on my channel before, and it is a throwback. So I feel like this whole May favorites is like when I was a toddler, and the stuff that I used to love back then is now making its way into things I love now. And that is the Archie 75th Anniversary Edition comic book. I bought this at the beginning of May. It's taken a little bit of a beating because everyone that I know has kind of flipped through it at one point or another, and I saw this and I said I have to get it because I was obsessed with this comic when I was a kid. All throughout my adolescence, my youth, like middle-aged school to even high school, I would kind of flip through this whenever I had the chance. And I love the entire Archie franchise, even stemming off to the other side characters like Sabrina, Josie and the Pussycats, especially when they would focus on Archie and the gang when they were little kids. I loved that spin-off, so I had to pick this up. And what I love about it is that they give you every kind of range of comic that you have seen throughout the years, and it gives you a write-up on when this specific comic book was released, because these are all vintage and all already published comic strips that's in this book, and some are dating back to like 1946, some when I was a kid, like in the 80s and early 90s, and it even like just talks about what went into the comic itself. the styling of it, what the artist was thinking about at that time. Because you might not know this, but the Archie comics has gone through so many different styles and way they have drawn it over the years. So, I mean, in the early editions, the girls were very, very covered up. Archie was always very preppy, and then obviously when you get into further comics throughout the years, the girls kind of stop being so modest in their appearance. They get a little bit risque, and Archie becomes just kind of more of like a rebel and more cool and not so preppy. I love, love, love Archie comics, and I feel like I'm probably going to start buying them again. I will never throw this out. I feel this is a really great piece of history and art, and obviously I'm obsessed, like everyone else, with Riverdale. Love Riverdale. I'm going to marry Jughead at one point in my life. Sugar Bear is not aware of this, but he will just have to come with terms with it, because I'm in love with the Jugs. I'm in love with the Jughead. But no, love Riverdale, love Archie comics. For favorite show, you would think it was Riverdale. I mean, Riverdale, yes, I was watching nonstop in May. But really, what I kind of watched a lot of in May, especially near the end, was Handmaid's Tale. I've never read the book. I've never seen the movie that came out like in the 90s. I'm gonna say 93, 94. But obviously everyone has told me how amazing the series was. I didn't hop on board right away when it first came out. I think I was like 3 episodes in before I started. So I thought I would just try it out for myself, and it's just been such an amazing series. It is so hard to watch though. If you're someone who just gets easily upset, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend this particular show, just because it does deal with rape. It deals with just the loss of women's rights and privileges and just everyday rights. Like, the whole show is based on all of our rights being stripped away. The women can't read, the women can't have any say in their life, and it is so thought-provoking, and it's so just eye-opening to what we could be facing if stuff kind of keeps going the way it is. I don't want to get political on my channel, but no, it is very, very, very eye-opening, and it's very hard to watch. But honestly, if you can get past some of the harsher elements of the show, it is amazing. Oh my god, it's just so thought-provoking, and it's the kind of show that you would stand around the water cooler or in the classroom and discuss, because it's so crazy to see what people's opinions are of the show itself. And I will say my favorite character throughout the entire series has been Alexis Blendel's character. I did not know she had that kind of acting ability. Alexis Blendell, Alex Blendell, Gilmore Girls. Rory. I never really watched Gilmore Girls, but I obviously have seen like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants franchise, and as much as like I think she's a cutesy actress, I never thought she had it in her, and her character is so hard to follow and watch just because of all the things that happened to her. So honestly, again, it is a hard show to sit and really just like let everything sink in, but it's something I feel, again, should be shown in schools, just so that people realize like what could happen and what cannot happen in our society. Alright, moving to something that's not as traumatizing to talk about. My favorite movie of May has to go to Guardians of the Galaxy. Honestly, I saw it in theaters. It is, in my mind, it is just a flawless movie all around. You can go and see Guardians of the Galaxy 2 if you aren't even a comic book or a superhero fan. I mean, there's comedy, there's action, there's drama, there's romance. I just think it is such an amazing show, and I honestly think it kind of was better than the very first Guardians of the Galaxy. Loved the first one too, but this one went so much more deeper in all of the characters, and it really showed you just all of their different backstories and why they act a certain way. And I was glued to the screen from the moment it started to the moment it ended. I didn't at one point think, oh my god, come on, like just get to it, or oh, this action sequence is going on far too long. It was just such a superior movie. Highly recommend it. Seeing in theaters. Don't wait till it comes out. You need to see it in its full experience with 3D. And honestly, I bawled like a baby at the end. I'm crying, I'm hyperventilating. Sugar Bear's looking at me like, you need to calm down. And I couldn't help it. I just was bawling. The snot was going everywhere. I was like drowning my nachos in just all of this. And it ruined me, but it was just so well done and I highly recommend it. Alright, so for my last thing I'm going to talk about, it is my favorite YouTuber, and this time around it's a YouTuber that everyone knows about, but apparently I was living under a rock and I just didn't know she existed. And it wasn't until good old Shane Dawson with all of his conspiracy videos that I've been watching nonstop did I finally realize this YouTuber existed, and that is Kendall Rae. I'm sure you probably already know her. I will link her videos down below anyway, just in case if you are like me and you didn't know she was out there in the YouTube world. But her videos, my lord. I am someone who believes in all aspects of the conspiracy theories that roam around our universe. I mean, I'm a full believer of ghosts, of crazy things that happen with like space and aliens and the government, and I don't want to talk about it because I don't want the Illuminati to track me down. But honestly, I am a big conspiracy theorist myself. I love doing research, and she makes some of the most mint videos I've ever watched. Her videos are so detailed, they are so well researched, and she just delivers amazing like 25 to sometimes 30-minute videos, and I don't turn away for 1 minute. This isn't even the kind of YouTuber that you just throw on in the background while you're doing like your makeup and hair like some. No. This is like the kind of YouTuber you throw on your TV or you watch on your iPad like this, and you don't do anything else, because she is so captivating and her videos are so well done. And what I like about her is that she does a whole like range of videos. So if you're not really into the conspiracy theory videos, but you really, really love, say, like missing people, true crime kind of stories, she does that too. Or if you just want to really watch someone who talks about body positivity, plus size clothing, she does that as well. So her videos are basically like a whole range of different topics, but I myself have been fascinated with her conspiracy theories and her missing people videos. So good. Alrighty, so that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed my May favorites video. Again, I will have the links to Kendall Rae's videos down below. If you have any questions on any of the products that I was using this month, please let me know in the comments below. I love talking to you, and hopefully you can let me know some of the products you've been using so I know what to use in June. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you hit that bell notification button so you know every single time I post a video. You can follow me all over the internet. My username is antibeautyqueen, the same way it's spelled here. And until next time, I will catch you on the flippy flop. Bye!